All right, guys, welcome to For the Football. Today is a very special day. We brought someone that I truly admire, someone that I know for more than 8 years, someone that I saw grow her professionally. We've seen her everywhere, presenting, creating, bringing football/soccer stories to life. Football. With a good energy or crazy energy. She's one of the freshest voices in the game right now. Please welcome Duda Pavão.
Uri! Thank you! Great job, my friend. That was very sweet of you. I can't believe it's been 8 years.
8 years.
Wow.
2018.
Wow, yeah. We met in Orlando.
In Orlando.
When I was working for Orlando City, Orlando Pride.
Yeah.
And you were playing there. And you were like a fake Brazilian because he speaks Portuguese, everybody.
Tudo bem, amigos?
Tudo bem, amigos? Wow. Thank you for that intro, Uri.
Yeah, no. I really mean it. And, people know you as one of the most charismatic presenters, creators in the soccer industry. And you went from interviewing Ronaldo Nazário to presenting in front of the whole world the FIFA 2027 World Cup bid for Brazil. And actually, you guys won it.
Hell yeah, we did.
And to create content with Alex Morgan, Marta Silva, Cine Leroux, and more. But I wonder, do people know your story?
My friends and my family know my story, but I never really got to I was telling you, this is the first time that I sit down for an interview that it's about me as a person. So people we never talked about it. So I guess it's going to be the first time.
There you go. So no, I'm actually very excited.
Me too.
You have such an amazing journey.
Thank you.
And you inspire a lot of people as well through that journey. So first of all, I didn't know that you play soccer.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that I played soccer.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me how you started.
For sure. So I started when I was 3 years old. So I'm from a very small town, 5 hours away from São Paulo in Brazil, a very countryside called Marília. So in Portuguese, I have the southern accent, Porta, Porteira, Portão. I started playing when I was 3 years old, and I was the only girl playing there. And then when I was 7 years old, we moved from Marília to Manaus, a city in the heart of the Amazon in Brazil. And again, I was the only girl playing. There was me and another one basically playing at school. And my parents are always supportive, always supportive. I grew up going to Corinthians game with my granddad and my dad. I would fly from Manaus to São Paulo to watch Corinthians play. I'm a Corinthiana. Of course, yeah. The best club in Brazil. So my passion for soccer, started very little. And I was playing literally my whole life. And then when I was 15, IMG Academy, boarding school in Tampa, which is unbelievable. The structure.
I've been there. Actually, we did the preseason once there.
Yeah.
And amazing.
It's unreal.
How many soccer fields there?
It's unbelievable. It's in my opinion, truly, it's the structure that they have there. It's better than many university and many professional teams that I have seen. So when I was 14 or 13, they saw a video of me playing on YouTube. So my mom, every single game that I would play since I was little, she would go and she would record me playing, my dad too.
Wow.
And then I started putting the clips together and just putting on YouTube.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just putting on YouTube. And they saw the video, they got in contact, and they invited me to a summer camp, a 1 or 2 weeks.
Oh, wait a second. How they saw that video?
On YouTube.
But what? Like the coach was like, let me see, next talent in Brazil.
I don't know. Duda joga bonito. That was the title of the video. Swear. It was Duda joga bonito.
Wow.
I don't know how it got to them.
Okay.
That's the crazy thing about internet now,
but it was kind of on the early side, right? When YouTube still wasn't
it was,
at the point that it is now.
For sure. So they saw the video, they got in contact, they invited me to a week in Bradenton, Florida.
Curious question. how did they contact you? Through like the YouTube handle?
No. It was
Or
via
they-
email.
okay.
On email, because I put the email in the description of the video. I'm not dumb, Uri. I'm
wow.
smart.
That's different level here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got in contact. Email was obviously in English. I didn't speak a word of English.
Right.
We'll get to that, like zero English. So then I was 14, and then I flew from Manaus to Bradenton for a week to do like a tryout, right? In Bradenton, Florida. And that was the first time in my life that I played on grass, that I wore cleats.
Right.
Yeah, so like my coach, Marcelo Carrera, which, I mean, he's a freaking legend of the game. He played at Columbus Crew. He played for Argentina. He played with Maradona, like unbelievable guy. He knows, obviously, football, right? He knows soccer. And first touch that I had on the ball with cleats in the grass, it was like the futsal touch. You know, like I stuffed the ball with the studs.
Yeah.
And then he brought me on the side. He was like, Duda, have you ever played like on grass before? I was like, no, it's my first time.
Not even with boots or
But
cleats on.
yeah. So like, yeah, that's like kind of when first time I played on grass. I was 14, 15 years old at IMG. And then they offered me a scholarship.
So you killed it that week.
I did very well. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I just had fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I played here in States at high school for IMG. I played in college at Stats University, a small D1 in Florida, near Orlando.
Yep.
And then after that, I started working for Orlando City Orlando Pride. And then when I had to leave the country because of my visa, I played Libertadores for Iranduba in Manaus.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, played it. It was amazing. It was just like what was missing away from my career. I just wanted to, taste that. Obviously, not the same quality that it is here.
Right.
But we played like at the World Cup Stadium, like at it in Manaus, like
Wow.
the World Cup Stadium with the whole lower bowl packed. So I got to play that with in Manaus in front of my family and everyone. So then and then my career was basically like Orlando City was giving me the opportunity of coming back with the green card to work for them, which unbelievable.
And by that time, it was owned by a lot of Brazilians, right?
Yeah. That was a time when everything happens for a reason, right? I started working in Orlando City when Kaká was there, when Marta was there. So, and I was so lucky that they were there in a way because they needed someone who spoke Portuguese to like help translate, to help with media. So they really couldn't it was a spot for me, you know? And then there I had Marcos Perez, which to this day, he's like my mentor. If it wasn't for him like fighting for my position there and helping me with the visa process, I literally probably would not be here. So then when the green card happened, which I'm very blessed, it was like, do you want to play or do you want to, have an opportunity here in America? And then I just made the decision of obviously work instead of playing, which I made the right decision, Uri. I made the right decision.
We'll let people decide because we have some clips of you playing.
Oh.
And I was very impressed in a good way. But so what year you made that decision?
Well, I think that was 2018, 2019.
Okay.
2018.
That's when we met, right?
When we
there.
met, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember that you were doing content for Orlando Pride.
Yeah.
You said, give me the green light. I'm gonna start doing whatever I want. And I found it very interesting how you, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you were like, let me try some things. Let me see what works, what doesn't.
Yeah.
And we'll take it from there.
Yeah, it was very interesting because so I first started at Orlando City Orlando Pride with my internship, right, in college. So I was driving from Stetson to Orlando for the internship that I couldn't get paid because as an international student, you can't get paid off campus, you can only work on campus. So then I started my internship with Orlando Pride in City as a broadcast coordinator. But I always knew that I want to do something on camera, like be a host or a presenter, but like not a serious one. Like I just wanted to be myself,
right,
and have fun with it. So there, I went from broadcast coordinator to PR to content to then doing a little bit of everything. But there, I noticed that they were not focused really on growing the Orlando Pride platform, which most of my interest was on the women's game.
Yes.
Sorry, Uri.
No.
But like all of their focus was on Orlando City, and they kind of like left the Pride to the side. And I'm like, well, this is literally what I love, and this is what I want to do. And I know the players, I know the game, and I want to help. But also, what a great professional opportunity for me. So I literally when I was working a PR and broadcast, I would go to Orlando Pride trainings. I'll get the camera from the video team. I'll get the tripod. I'll set up the tripod. I'll set up the microphone. And I'll literally just set up everything on the side and just like record a stand-up. Like today at Orlando Pride training session, Tom Sermani, like did this and they did that. And this is it. So then I will go back to the office. I'll put everything together and I'll shoot that video to like the social media team. It's like, hey, just in case you want it, like I did an update on the Pride and they have a game coming up that they're going to play this and Alex Morgan's going to be back. And like, there's news there. And the fans, they're so engaging. Like women's soccer fans are unbelievable. Unbelievable. They are literally, they consume the content and there was nothing, Uri. And at that time, there was also like no teams in the NWSL with a reporter. Like there was nothing, nothing. Even to this day, there's like one or two. But I was like, hey.
You're the pioneer.
I want to do it. Yeah. So I was doing that as like a broadcast coordinator and as a PR. So it wasn't like content or like reporter. I was just like doing on the side. And one day, they posted, I did an update as well with, it was I can't remember, but I can't remember the year exactly, but I did an update, Orlando Pride update with Taylor Swift lyrics because she dropped her new Red album. And during the entire update, I would use the lyrics, the song names on the update, and the fans, they loved it. So they were like, oh my gosh, like we need more Duda. And I was like, yes. Keep telling them that, like this is what I want to do. And it just worked out. Like I just saw the opportunity. They were not focused on doing that and growing that platform. And I'm like, hey, I love this. Like, let me do it. And it worked.
I mean, what a grind, and you saw the vision and you went for it.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
How was working, and doing content for Alex Morgan, like Marta Silva, best ever.
I mean,
Sydney, Ali Riley.
When I was working for the Pride in City, that was the time that we literally had, if you put on paper, I don't think there will ever be a team with that many big names and great soccer players on paper. Like that was unbelievable. So to work with, right? Like everyone was there during that time. Like Ali Krieger, Ashlyn Harris, Marta, Sydney LaRue, who did I mention? Alex Morgan, Ali Riley, Elena Kennedy, Steph Catley, Caitlin Kyle. So like that was the team during that time. Were they good on the field? Did they win games? Like no. But like the engagement was there.
Yeah.
But that was unbelievable to work with them, Uri. And as a Brazilian, like I grew up watching Marta, of course. I grew up watching Marta, and then I grew up watching Alex Morgan. I grew up watching all of them. And it was, I mean, it's hard to explain, truly, like to be able to get to work with them, but to also know them as humans and how professional they are, how, like, they know their shit. Like, can we say shit?
Yeah.
Okay. They know their shit. Like, they know how, like, their value, their worth. I learned so much. And it was like, I'm so glad I didn't play and that I made the right decision because they're so good. Like,
right.
Yeah. It was awesome to be like, to get to know them behind just like what happens on the field, but like to know them as humans. I admire Alex, Marta, Ali, like Sydney, all of them so much.
Oh my God.
It's insane, Uri. Like to work literally with the best at a time. Like,
for real. Yeah.
It's insane.
And doing content for the kind of being the pioneer on that. I mean, yeah, you were at the right time in the right place.
Really.
And also like you took that and grabbed it and said, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want to do. from maybe behind the scenes to more like in front of the camera. And after that, how long did you stay with Orlando Pride, and what have changed from Orlando Pride to the next thing?
Let me just add that like getting to work with them and like getting to know them as people in a way, that was a game changer for me to be literally where I am today in a way, because, and you can probably relate to that, like as a player, if you trust, you know, the people that you're working with and for at the club, they are more open, right? To like, you know,
sure.
During the interviews, they'll give you more, and they trusted me. They knew if, you know, they said something or if I capture something on training, like I wouldn't post that.
Right.
You know, like, did you feel
trust,
that way?
No, for sure. That trust is super important.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, I can trust you, or I know that he's gonna, you know, try to get the worst part of me, and all of a sudden he's not helping.
No. So like when I was able to like build that trust with such like amazing players, but like people as well, they're like, Duda, like, hey, we're gonna do this at training, like come shoot. So like that was a game changer, right? So then I was with Orlando Pride, Orlando City until February of 2022. Uri, that was a preseason. I remember February 2nd or 1st. That was like my last day at City and Pride. I was like, okay, gotta go my own way in a way. So I left them February.
But then after that, you took off. You just went from like up to the sky.
Yeah, thankfully. So there's like the good thing and the bad thing, I think, for working for a soccer club, right? And there, like, they trusted me with everything. But in there, I learned so much because I was like the one shooting, editing, posting, taking photos, posting photos. As a social media manager, I need the content. So if someone doesn't go take the photos, like, I gotta go.
Right.
I gotta go. So I learned so much from them. But then I could only grow so much there. You know, there's more space. There wasn't like more space for me to grow in a way. And also, I was working way too much. It was like, because if a player does something or there's a trade, like you got to be online 24/7, literally to post, right? Like an update or do something. There's a lot behind the scenes that you players don't know. You know?
Like what?
Like what? Like, please don't get arrested. Not that happened at the Pride, but it happened at City, but like, please don't. You know, like, we got to be on, like, literally 24/7 if something happened. So my work-life balance was not there. And then I left February. It's like, I need more, and I also need more money. So I left, and I got a DM.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. You got a DM. Talk us about that.
I got, like, someone slid into my DMs, really. And that DM truly, like, changed my life. Truly. Like, if it wasn't for that DM, I really don't know where I would be. And I owe so much to her. Jimena Bandura. Like, she slid into my DMs. I have the screenshot. I'll send it to you later. Like, that was after I left Orlando City, Orlando Pride. I made a post, like, on Twitter. It's like, hey, like, after 5 or 6 years, thank you so much, Pride and City, but, like, I'm out. And I'm going to be a freelancer, which was insane, too. Like, I used my 401k to pay my next rent, which 401k was not a lot. I was there for 5 years. Literally had no plans at all, Uri. I just wanted to leave. I truly could not do it anymore. Like, I just wanted to leave there. And then she slid into my DMs, and she said, I think I have an opportunity for you coming up in August. Do you have any free time to talk about it? And I was like,
you know what? Let me talk to my assistant. But I'm pretty sure that we can find some time.
Yeah, let me talk to my assistant. Hello, literally. And that was the beginning of everything. Jimena, she is an absolute legend in the social media content world. She was handling the U.S. soccer social media back. They're the best in the world in social media, in my opinion. Taking everyone behind the scenes, creating content with the women's national team, sorry. And at that time, she was working for FIFA. She was working their digital team there. And the opportunity was for me to go to be a host and creator for FIFA at the 2022 FIFA Under 20 FIFA Women's World Cup in Costa Rica.
Wow.
And like...
Wow.
that was my first opportunity, like as a freelancer, in a way.
Not a bad one, to start.
No, that was insane, Uri. Yeah.
How did it go?
Amazing. Like it was unbelievable. To work with FIFA at under 20 FIFA Women's World Cup, it was amazing. Like we just had fun, truly. And there I got to, work with players that are now winning, like Ballon d'Or, for example. It was amazing. And they're kind of like working that tournament. Thank you to the DM from Jimena, kind of put me on the map, right? Because here people knew my work, and then in the BSL and MLS, but like FIFA,
it's a world stage.
It's a world stage. So so that kind of kicked things off for me. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Thanks the social media, Twitter. It was Twitter?
Twitter. Literally on Twitter.
Wow.
So it's like, if you think about it, I just clicked that. Like YouTube kind of got me to
wow. Yeah.
Twitter, which will always be Twitter, never X for me, just say. But
right.
like, yeah.
And now we gotta do it in Instagram, something, right?
I know.
After this interview, it's gonna be
someone. I'm available to work.
But I mean, at this point, you've done so many great things already. There's like, what's next? What would be kind of the next thing that you can top what you already did? There's things still to be accomplished for you.
Yeah, I think I'm done now, Woody, because I am on your podcast.
Wow, I was like, wow,
I'm done. I don't need anything else, Woody.
I'm crying right now.
I made it. They're all, there is. I don't know what's next. Like, I don't know, but of course.
We'll go back to that. And, what was, so then you did the FIFA World Cup in Qatar.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
How was that? That was another step.
In what sense?
In all sense.
Well, that was the first time I presented in stadium ever. It was at a World Cup in Qatar. I've never done that before in my life. The first time I got a microphone, I held a microphone in a stadium. It was in front of like 80,000 people in Qatar.
Wow.
They're insane. Like, who let me do that? Yeah. So basically, when I was in Costa Rica, doing content with FIFA there for the under 20, a guy there named Tulio, a legend as well, he noticed that I was Brazilian because my name, Duda. Like, if your name is Duda, most likely going to be Brazilian. And he's also Brazilian. And it was the final. It was the final in Costa Rica. And he was in midfield there, like by the referee. And I was also there. And he literally just poked me. He was like, "Are you Duda?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Duda." I was like, "Eu sou brasileiro também. Meu nome é Túlio. Tudo bem?" I was like, "Yeah, oh my gosh, nice to meet you." And he said, "What are you doing in December?" And I said,
"Let me talk to my assistant."
I said, "I'm doing whatever you're doing, Tulio." So that's like literally how I got like in Qatar. And he also never messaged me. Well, wait, hold up. It was actually on Instagram. There it is.
No way.
He messaged me, "Uri, I got the tickets to fly to Qatar the day of the trip." He sent me on WhatsApp. He messaged me on Instagram. He sent me on WhatsApp the day of the trip. So like, I only saw him once in Costa Rica, never talked to him on the phone again. And I was just like holding to that. Like, I packed my bags to go to Qatar without a ticket. And the flight was like, I don't know, like 5 p.m. I was waiting for the ticket, like to fly to Qatar.
Wow.
And then he sent me, he came, Tulio pulled through. And then I ended up going to Qatar. Insane. And
all of a sudden you're in front of 80,000 people.
Crazy.
In front of the camera.
I never done that like before. But like, that's one of my favorite things to do today.
Were you nervous at that time?
You know what? It's crazy. But no, like not really. Not really, because I didn't know anyone there. Like, and I was so far away. I was like, I literally don't know any of you. And Tulio is also great. He was like, "Duda, just be you and just have fun." I was like, I can do that. And I did.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. But I get more nervous today about other things than like instead of that, in a way. I don't know any of them. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay.
And you said that this is something that you love to do.
Yeah, I do.
What do you like about it?
It's just like live, Uri. It's just like live. And I think as a fan as well, like I put myself into like their position, like what would they like to see from me? And I love being a fan. So like, I know what I want and what I don't want. So I just love that. I just love that it's like, it's live.
Yeah.
Do you want, let's get a wave going? Hell yeah, let's get a wave going.
I've seen it and I've seen you shine. Like the energy that you bring to the table, it's just insane. I mean, you hype everybody up.
Thank you. Thank you, Uri. It's the song. It's a pregame song that I
pregame
listen to.
song. There you go. What do you think are the challenges? Because there's always like the good things, but like the setbacks and challenges to get to where you are. What would be like the biggest challenges you had or you faced?
Ooh, that's a great question, Udi. And I also got to stop and think about that. But like to be taken seriously in a way, Yeah. That's definitely one of the challenges. And to know how to like stand up for yourself. Like I had to do that a lot in a way. Especially, I would say, and I'll be honest, like in the beginning, you kind of just do what they tell you to do. Because like, I'm new here. So like, I'm afraid and I'm a freelancer. So if I don't do what they want me to do, like, but the people that treated me that way in the beginning, I don't work with them anymore. Which that's a great position to be today, in a way.
Right.
I don't stand up for what they do and for how they treat people, right? But yeah, I would say that. I would say that. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges, but like, I mean, as international, to be someone out of the outside, to be international in a way, and to kind of like grow your space and make your own space here it's difficult, but I had so many good people along the way, Woody, that like, they helped me so much. They helped me. I'm so lucky. Truly so lucky. Yeah.
I mean, you are a great person too. That helps.
Thank you, Woody. Did I pay you to say that?
I mean, let me see my pockets. No.
Thank you.
Okay, so actually I reached out to a friend that we have in common, Thais Cota.
No!
And I was like, you know what? Tell me something that it's fun. And she said, okay, you should do some research about the NWSL Challenge Cup during COVID. And actually I did. And so to put some context, Orlando Pride at that time had to play, but because of the COVID outreach, got to 6 or 7 people, some of the players as well. So they had to pull off to the tournament, right?
Yeah.
And then you have all the content team, Duda, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, what do we do now? We don't have a team. We got to do something about it.
Wow.
So it kind of, I feel like everybody started following you guys for some reason.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what happened?
Damn, Thais Cota, huh?
I mean, I gotta play my cards here.
I see. Well done, Tata. Yeah, that happened. And that's like also, that was like, which is crazy to think, but if like that Challenge Cup, it helped us like so much. It's so crazy. Obviously not on the field because the team wasn't there playing, but we were able to like figure it out a way to still be part of the conversation, because imagine mid-COVID, all of the teams are going to play the Challenge Cup in Utah, stay at a bubble, live in a bubble, and suddenly the team that you work for and create content for, like it can't go. They're not going. You do content now. Like, how would you feel?
I mean, you cannot even go yourself like you did at the beginning and shoot some content. There's nothing to be done.
There's nothing. Right? There's literally nothing. So we literally, as a team, as a department, we got together. So like, okay, what are we gonna do? But then I messaged. I will never forget this. I was packed to go. I found out that I wasn't traveling. Everyone found out together basically that we weren't traveling to Utah anymore the day of the trip. And then I showed up to the stadium with my luggage. I'll never forget. And Ed Cahill, what's up, Ed? Ed Cahill said, hey, you're not going anymore. And I'm like, did I do anything wrong? Like, what's going on? Like,
Red fire?
You're not going? Yeah. I'm like, you're not going anymore. I don't have any other information. He obviously did, but he couldn't say it's okay. I don't have any information, but just go home. Everything's okay. Just go home. And I was like, okay, weird, but all right. So then that happened that day. And that night, I was going to hot yoga in Orlando, and I messaged him, and I said, then you saw it broke up and everything about why we're not going. And then I said, Ed, I have an idea. And my friends know, like, when I say, like, I have an idea, it's dangerous. Like, it could be very good or very bad. And then I had just like this idea of, like, the league really isn't, like, doing a great job of, like, covering all the teams. They can only do so much, And then the next day, we all got together. And we were like, gosh, like, what are we going to do? And basically, as a team, we came up with the idea of, like, you know what? Let's be this, like, Orlando Pride Stan account. And let's be a fan, literally. And imagine, like, a Stan account promoting, creating memes, like, all day, 24/7. It was the most fun we ever had working. Like, it was insane. It was insane.
I saw some of the videos and are really, really good.
Did you really?
I did, yeah.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I got the sage going, and it was working. Like, the fans loved it. And it was basically, we literally were basically a media outlet during the time, covering the Challenge Cup, covering all the teams, giving the updates about the players, the games that no one else was really creating it. So if you wanted to follow the Challenge Cup, like, you were also following the Pride. And during the games, like, I'll never forget, like, it was hilarious to just, like, watch the game, but, like, keep your Twitter open, because the boys, like, they were creating so many funny memes. Like, Daniel at the time, like, Ryan was handling the accounts as well. It wasn't just me. There's a lot of people behind the scenes, but we were, like, having a chat on WhatsApp. It's like, yo, throw this meme down. Like, and we were just going for it. And during that time, that's when we won the Sports Business Journal Award for the best social media in sports.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. It was all of us. It was so fun.
And another thing that you didn't mention, that maybe I'm wrong, but apparently all the teams that you guys cheered, they lose. They lost.
Basically, yes.
I saw with the Portland Thorns that they were like, no, don't cheer for us. Don't cheer for us,
don't
please.
Cheer for us. Yeah. So there was what's called, oh my gosh, the English now, Uri. What's the word of, like, there was a bad curse. Sorry. Yeah. There was a curse to it. And we were trying to break the curse with the sage. But basically, we will pick a team, right? Like, before every game, we will pick a team to, like, stand for. And basically, they didn't want to get picked.
That's so funny.
It was so fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. And switching gears a little bit, when you're starting to create content, when you create content in your own as well, do you have, like, a process that you usually take into account, or is, like, it just me go in front of the camera, we'll figure it out?
It depends on the content. Like, do you mean, like, what kind of content?
I mean, anything that can be what you do on the social media for yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you were in Orlando Pride, there was different kind of content. But, like, do you usually work with, like, a script, or we're like, okay, you know what, Alex Morgan, come here, we'll do this and this and this?
Yeah. So it depends. So, like, it depends on the content that I'm creating. When I was working for a soccer team for the Pride, they were giving me so much content, but, like, I'm also very creative. So instead of just posting this clip in here and there, like, I create a little story around it, like, make it fun and interesting and very engaging on social for the players. And I started also, like, using the account as, like, it was obviously a public account, but if the players would send the account a DM, I'll make the DM public and, like, let everyone be a part of it. So, like, very engaging, right?
Yep.
So that was kind of, like, content working for a club. And then for myself, nowadays, I always have ideas of things that I want to create at a game when I go. But that's the thing about creating content, and, like, especially at a live scenario, like at a game, because anything can happen. Like, you have this perfect idea of, I'm going to create this, I don't know, like day in the life. But then something crazy happened and like, wait, this is actually the content. So let's put this to the side and let's create something with this. But I always go like prepare with some inspiration, some ideas that in case, my brain freezes.
Yeah.
I always have the little note. I have like a note on my phone with ideas.
Did it happen to you that you froze at one point? Or like, is that maybe the funniest or most unexpected moment?
Not froze. I wouldn't say froze, but like some games that not every game is like super interacting and like fun to go, So like at games like that, you have to be like extra creative. Like, how am I going to make this fun? So you just got to think outside the box.
Yeah.
You got to deliver no matter what. But like, yeah.
But I've seen you. You mean you used to travel, maybe not as much now, but you used to travel every day, every 2 days, going from one place to the other, not barely getting some sleep.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that also like tiredness and stress, how it can affect on,
so much.
The way you show up.
So much. It affects so much. In fact, I mean, I've been traveling a lot now too. That's the funny part though. I moved to LA hoping I wasn't going to travel so much, Uri. And I think I'm traveling a lot. But no, that affects so much. But like also your performance, right? Like as a soccer player, if you're sick or if you have like a fever the day before, like you're not going to feel 100%. So then like at games like that, I hate to say it, but I just gotta suck it up. Like, because they pay me to be there and I gotta perform. I was sick like last month and I was pushing like every weekend and I was working a stadium on Friday and then a different stadium on Saturday. So like working Kansas on Friday and then flying to Portland on Saturday. And that got to me and I was like it's hard. It gets to you. So you got to take care of yourself too, which I don't really, but I should probably do a better job.
You're young, I mean.
The back feels it.
And to me, like, one of the proudest moments when I'm thinking about you is seeing you live interviewing Ronaldo Nazário in Cannes for Cannes Lion. At that time, I remember, you as when you started at Orlando Pride, and all of a sudden, like I'm seeing you interviewing Ronaldo Nazário. I was like tears in my eyes almost, honestly, because it was a very proud moment to say, okay, you actually are doing what you want to do. You mean, how many people can say that I interviewed the Ronaldo Nazário, the biggest, if not the best player in the world. And you as a Brazilian can imagine how much it meant. How did you feel that day in front of him?
Nervous. Uri, that was insane. And I mean, it's like you said, I grew up watching, right? Like soccer. And to me, it always been Ronaldo. And by the way, there's only one Ronaldo.
Oh, I like that.
There's only one Ronaldo. The other one is Cristiano, which we also love, Cristiano Ronaldo. But like Ronaldo, there's just, there's only one.
There's only one.
Yeah. To me, at least in my heart, but I respected all the other opinions, but that's the truth. Anyway, I mean, I grew up watching. Like I grew up, and it's always been him, the best player. Like a player that I looked up to, it was Ronaldo, And I would wake up at 3 a.m, to watch Brazil win the 2002 World Cup with my dad, like because they were playing Japan, or So who did we see? It was Ronaldo, Roberto Carlos, Rivaldo, Cafu, Kaká, Dida. Like that was the team. So I literally, I was shaking. And honestly, you could see that I was shaking. And I'll tell you why. We were literally sitting like this, right?
Yeah.
By the way, we're freaking friends. There's a beautiful ocean behind me. Ronaldo is like sitting right in front of me. There's everyone watching the interview.
That was the highlight of the FIFA stand that they put there for the whole week. So that was the moment.
That was the moment.
And you were there interviewing
It was me.
Ronaldo. It was you.
It was insane. It was insane.
And I was there.
And
Yes.
Uri was there. Forget Ronaldo. Uri was there. So then we're literally sitting like this, right? I have my notepad and you're Ronaldo. So you're sitting there. There's a huge, I don't know if you remember, but there was like a huge LED screen behind you with a front camera like this. So you would see me and you see Ronaldo. And then I would never forget this. I look at the LED, Uri, you could see like this leg shaking. Did you notice this?
Nah,
You can say yes. And it wasn't like
It was
nervous.
windy.
It was very windy. We were by the ocean.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was nervous, but that shake, it was just like, the man is literally sitting in front of me. So then I just like swapped the legs and I did like this. Let me tell a story about the interview. So that festival, FIFA Cannes Lions Festival, it was the first time, and I don't know how, but it was the first time that I heard about the festival. I never really knew about it.
Me neither.
Right? Like, I need to go to that every single year now. It was unbelievable. So then FIFA reached out. I was like, hey, we have this event. It's like, would you want to come? I was like, duh. I mean, of course. So then I find out that I'm interviewing Ronaldo the week when I'm there already. They didn't tell me before. They did not tell me at all that I was interviewing Ronaldo. So I think the interview was on Wednesday. I find out on I want to say Sunday that I was interviewing Ronaldo. And the whole festival, it's like there's things happening all the time, right? There's like a Chainsmoker concert for 1,000 people. That's it, like right here. And then there's the national playing, and then there's Lil Jon. There's so many things happening. So when I find out that I was interviewing Ronaldo, I get a script because it's very like specific. Like, we want you to focus on this. This is the questions that you're asking. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it, right? You got to follow the protocol, which obviously makes sense. So I'm preparing for the interview in English, okay? In English, because he's going to speak English. And then I prepare for the interview. The whole week, I'm freaking nervous. Like, it's literally Ronaldo. This is the interview that I always wanted to do. Like, who doesn't want to sit in front of Ronaldo and just look at that man and shake his hand and like, thank you. Thank you for the World Cup, Ronaldo. Puta que pariu, muito obrigada. Like, that's all I wanted to do, you know? Like, he's the one. So they get to the interview, day of, morning of the interview. I'm getting ready. I'm ready to go. I feel so confident. I know every single question. I'm like, let's do this. And I wasn't able to enjoy the festival until then. You know that. Like, I was focused. I don't want to, do anything else. I just want to get through this. This is literally my moment.
Correct.
And then morning of the interview, they come to me. It's like, hey, so we're going to change all of the questions. And he's also doing in Portuguese.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was ready. Hair was done. Clothes on. This was like a few hours before the interview. Like, we're changing all of the questions and it's in Portuguese. And I'm like, okay, that changes so much, because if it's in Portuguese, I got to prep in a way, and I also got to be ready and set with how I'm going to interpret him, because everyone here, not everyone speaks Portuguese. It's mostly, it has to be in English. I had to translate everything that he says to English so everyone can understand. I'm like, oh my gosh, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. So they changed all the questions. I wrote down every single question. My paper was freaking everywhere. It was a mess. So I couldn't get organized, basically. But then I met him for 10 seconds before the actual interview. He's so sweet, and I am like #1 fan. Like, I'm a #1 fan of Ronaldo. He was so sweet. And then I'm ready for the interview. I walk out. I do the whole presentation, like Ronaldo comes out. Everyone goes crazy. Uri got his shirt off. Is just spinning around. Ronaldo. And then we sit down and interview. We start in Portuguese. Everything goes well. We start in Portuguese. I'm interpreting the interview. Everything's great. And then he notices, like, he's such a pro. Like, he is such a pro. I think he noticed that most of the crowd was English speaking, because they would react to things that I would interpret, like after I said them, they would react. And then he's just suddenly like switched to English. And I'm like,
well,
you're unbelievable. Like, he is amazing. And it was the best 20 minutes of my life, I would say, one of them. And to be sitting, talking to Ronaldo, laughing about it. And then I went here with the script and I went here with the script, like made it fun and entertaining for everyone, but still got the points that they wanted me to get.
How much confidence you get after that, in yourself?
It helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Man, if I've done this, when everything kind of changed from what we expected, interviewing, potentially my biggest idol ever, and going super well.
Yeah. It's crazy to think about it, truly. Everything's just a blank too, like, because I can also, like, even though I was thinking all of these things, like, to me, I am sitting across the player that I've looked up my entire life. Like, I've watched him make history for Brazil, for Corinthians.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I cried when he scored his first goal for Corinthians and he got up on that fence, like, and put the fence down. I'm a Corinthians, like, I've seen him do all of that. And the reason that I felt that way is truly because of him and because of football. You don't explain that. And to be sitting across him, I couldn't show that, Uri. Like, that was the hardest part.
Right.
That was the hardest part. I just got to treat like a friend that I haven't really met before. But you just got to keep it professional. And I did it, and it was amazing, and he's the best. And I dropped my pen, he picked it up for me. It was so good.
I think you made an impact to all of us. You did such a great job. I think you made an impact on him as well, because we have a story that, there was a lot of party after that day. And I mean, kudos to you. You did a great job, so you definitely deserve it. But
gosh.
Somehow, I don't know if you were going to your hotel or whatever, or picking something. I think you went to pick some of the stuff before you left, and I was there too. And I see somebody yelling, "Duda, Duda!" The Mr. Ronaldo.
At what time?
I mean, probably 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I don't know.
Uri, the way that I am so grateful that you were there, because if I tell this story to anyone,
won't believe it.
They won't. But like, you were there.
I was there.
And I remember as soon as this was like 4 or 5, I would say 4 or 5. And because I was going back to get my things from the workroom.
Correct.
Down in the lobby. And then we're passing the lobby and we just heard, Duda, Duda. And then I looked over and then it's Ronaldo. And he said, how do you say? Bom trabalho hoje, obrigada.
Good job today.
Good job today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I was like, Ronaldo, obrigada a você. Vai, Corinthians. And then I looked towards Uri. I was like, Uri.
I mean, my job is done right here. Huh?
My job
I can die now.
I'm like, if Ronaldo remembers my name at 4 a.m. in France, I don't need anything else. And I'm so happy that you're there. That's like, has to be one of my favorite stories, like, ever. Thank you so much for being there, Uri.
Of course. I can vouch for your words.
Thank you. So I'm not lying.
No, you are not. You're not. But that's amazing. I mean, can imagine. And also, like, I think one of your other highlights was presenting the beat for Brazil.
Yeah.
When you actually didn't supposed to do the presenting, right? You were doing there some content.
So I thought I was going to go to do content. But when I went there, I knew what I was doing. But when they first got in contact with me, I just assumed it was to do content for the federation, for the Brazilian Federation. And then when we were talking about it, and then I started learning about what I was going to do there in Thailand, Bangkok. Because that was the first time, Uri, that the bid or the selection for a FIFA Women's World Cup was set that way. So it's basically, for the first time ever, it was like a live presentation in front of all federations. So it's like this against that, Yeah. And at the end of both presentations, they all vote. Like, it's a live voting thing. I don't know, 200 something federations, like all federations in the world, basically. So that was the first time there was a FIFA Congress with that. So I wasn't aware of that at all because it never happened, right? So when they first contacted me, I'm like, all right, yeah, of course, I'll go do content. And then they said, are you able to come to São Paulo like for a week before that? And I was like, yeah, sure. Why? Why exactly don't you want me to go to São Paulo if we're going to go to Thailand to create content? And that's like how I learned that I would be doing the bid presentation for the Brazilian Federation on the stage at the FIFA Congress in Thailand, in Bangkok, Thailand, against Belgium, Germany, and Netherlands, I believe. And that's how I learned what I had to do. And we won the bid.
Wow. Congratulations.
Ugh. Thank you, sir. That was insane, Uri. It was a 15-minute presentation on stage in front of literally everybody. And that was literally a blank. Oh, you did your research, huh? You did your research.
That's you. What it meant to you when you presented and you guys won?
I think it hasn't like clocked to me yet. Like, you know, what that means, not just for me, but like for everyone in Brazil and for all the girls that play soccer in Brazil. Like, that is the proudest moment of my career. Like, I know we talked about like all the interviews and all the things that I've done, but that is the proudest moment I've ever had, in a way. To be able to stand in front of everyone there and then to present something, and something that was in English, Uri.
Amazing.
Yeah, because when I first came here, I literally didn't speak a word of English. So to be able to be in front of everyone there and with the support of the federation and everyone who wanted me to be a part of it, and they put someone that it wasn't a celebrity, you know, they put me there to represent women's football in Brazil and to present the bid and to win the bid with all of us there. That was special, like that. Yeah. I'll never forget. Thank you. You got me emotional there, but yeah.
No. When I was looking at it, I was so proud. I was like, man, can you imagine like the responsibility that you have at that moment to share to the rest of the world what your country is about and what can offer to these huge stages?
Like, it's going to do so much to everyone in Brazil. Because we all basically grew up without going to a stadium to watch a women's game. Like, the first time I did that was when I came here to watch a college game where, you know, girls play soccer too. Like, interesting. So, like, to think about how that FIFA Women's World Cup is going to change so much in Brazil for everyone. Like, it's going to be normal, you know, for boys and girls and men and women to go to a stadium and watch a women's team playing at a stadium where, you know, where you have all of the games. It's normal. It's going to be normal now. It's not going to be something that they've never done before. So, like, they're going to grow up knowing that can happen in a way. And that's very special. And I don't think that's priceless for everyone. It's going to be fun. Would you get the caipirinhas ready? Get the caipirinhas
I have to
ready.
come. If you can get me good seats and stuff,
Okay, I know some people.
Okay. I would love to. I've never been to Brazil, so that's
No
on my
way.
bucket list, yes.
Okay. 2027.
2027
Yeah.
calendar.
Let's do it.
Send an invite, please.
I will.
35 days.
I'll send it to your agent.
Yes. So now what's next? What do you wanna, you know, still pursuing more this route? There's other things in your head that you wanna accomplish.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm still like trying to figure it out. I feel like we all are in a way about like what we want to do, right? But I want to like settle in a way. I love doing content. I love presenting. I love in stadium. I love hosting. I love having a chat with a friend. You know, like I love all kinds of things. So I'm just looking for something now that is more consistent and more where I can just like settle and be something different. I don't know what it is, Uri. What is it?
I don't know.
You tell me.
All I can say is check your social media accounts. There may be a DM sliding at some point.
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like just keep growing what I'm doing now. Learning a lot too, making new connections, getting out like away from my comfort zone, getting more experience. Like there's no such thing as getting too much experience, I would say.
Is there any like crazy thought or crazy thing that you say, you know what, I want to try one day?
My mom's gonna hate this, but I would like to go skydiving.
You know, I swear to God that in my head there was like something with parachute.
100%, yeah?
I swear.
I'll do that.
Skydiving.
Maybe you can create content out of that.
With all the air like... Ooh.
That's it, yeah. In slow-mo. But yeah, what about you?
I like to do a lot of things. And honestly, I feel like I'm pursuing the things that I'm passionate about. I always wanted to do a podcast and talk with people that I admire and I want to learn from them. Maybe I'm not the best interviewer, probably not, but still...
Uri, you're doing so well, and I'm so proud of you to see how you have transitioned from that routine, right? It's so different than this. You literally know exactly when you're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, when you have training, when you don't have training, to see you doing what you're doing now in such a beautiful way. And it feels that you feel light.
Appreciate it.
Feels that you're enjoying it. I'm proud of you.
No, for sure.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's funny because it's like you're starting a new career.
Yeah.
As a pro athlete, you always train, play. That's your kind of identity, right? And when you retire, and when I'm speaking to other players that are on the same situation, it's like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
People know me because I play soccer, but after that, it's like, what are the things that I can do to add value to the society, right? And
yeah.
Sometimes there's, more often than not, a lot of the players, they struggle on what's next. And luckily, I always had different interests and being able to, just go for it. And then we'll figure it out. We'll learn, we'll make mistakes, but I don't want to be that guy in 30 years from now saying, I wish I would have done this or tried this or that. So definitely the fear is not there. And as we grow as we try things.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel what a great opportunity to be able to truly start a new career now, after you've done a lot, with your football career, but to start something new and just, go wherever you want to go. And like we were talking a little bit before, it's important to have good people around you that they will trust you. You just, we basically just started doing this. So like, who's going to trust us and give that first opportunity?
Right.
And that takes you to the next one, to the next one, to the next one.
Yeah.
It's exciting, Uri.
It is.
Nice.
No, honestly, I was like super happy to have you today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
And now we're going to do some rapid fire questions.
Ooh.
Just to,
Get a little coffee, okay.
Yes. Favorite player growing up?
Ronaldo.
First football memory that you can explain as short.
Going to a Corinthians game in Marília at Abreuzão with my granddad.
The best stadium you ever been to?
Here's the thing. Okay, best stadium, like most beautiful stadium or atmosphere stadium,
Yes, both.
Both?
Yeah, you probably have to.
Arena Corinthians in São Paulo.
Okay.
It's just unbelievable. And it's beautiful and loud. The stadiums in Qatar are gorgeous, but it's just not there.
Right. Okay. One player you dream to interview?
Uri Rosell.
I said player, not former player.
Okay.
You had your chance and you didn't take it.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. Player I dream to interview. That's a great question, Uri. I have so many questions in my mind now. Because to me, like after doing Ronaldo, like I don't know if I can deal with the nerves again of anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I would love to interview Marta. in somewhere that like we're both just Brazilians live in. So when she got her guitar, we're just chit-chatting. Yeah. Just like go deep in there.
Like that.
Just have like a Brazilian interview with Marta.
So everybody that's listening, we are manifesting that.
Let's do that.
If you could host the World Cup final or the Champions League final, which one would you pick?
World Cup.
Classic one. Messi or Cristiano?
Ronaldo Fenômeno.
Filming or editing?
Filming.
One creator you would love to collaborate with?
I mean, she's not just a creator. I love her podcast. Alice Cooper. Like, it's just so good. She's so good at what she does. Not even like collaborate with. I just like would like to be in the room watching her work and learn from it. I love her podcast. She's so good at interviewing. I would love to be in a room, see how she preps for an interview, how she does all the things. And yeah, I would say that.
When you do that, let me know so
I will.
Can get better too.
Oh, you're great, Uri.
Ted Lasso or Michael Scott?
Oh, Ted Lasso.
Okay.
I never watched The Office.
And last one. If you had to build your dream five-a-side team, man or woman,
Okay.
who's on it?
I'm going to put Marcus in goal. People are going to be like, who's Marcus? Like, just look it up, do your research. Marta, Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Aitana Bonmati.
Wow. I thought you said Pelé, but...
I didn't watch him play.
Okay.
So I took that route.
I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But of course, it's Pelé. But I took the route that players that I watched. Because if not, obviously, like...
That's fair.
Pelé, Maradona.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And lastly,
Pelé or Maradona, sorry. Which one do you pick?
I would say Pelé.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a wrap. It was such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Uri.
Fue un placer.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad we got to sit down and chat.
For real.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much. And I apologize if the views are,
It's just
low in there.
no. It's not about the views. It's not about the views.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
It was fun.
Thank
it
you.
was fun.
Appreciate
I'll see you on the pitch, Uri.